In this video, we'll learn how to use prepositions. Of course, when you ask a question, you will usually respond with a preposition. So let's start with the first one, which is in, and the Hindi word for it is may. Okay. Now, how do you say these prepositions? Suppose you want to say in the garden, for instance, in the garden. The first thing is you want to remember, you never use the directly this way. So we're going to skip the and just say in garden. And the way you say this is, first of all, you're going to flip the order of it. So it becomes garden in. This is how we always say prepositions in Hindi. This part in, of, with, they're always going to come later. Okay. So we replace this in with may. That's the Hindi word. So not me, of course, it's may, like this. So garden may. All right. Now you try it. Let's say you want to say in the restaurant. So you would say restaurant may, like this. In the library, you would say library may, something like that. Now you want to say this word, Radha kitab padhti hai, which means, of course, Radha reads a book. Radha reads a book. How can you say Radha reads a book where? And remember, we've done this before. It's Radha kahan kitab padhti hai, like so. But then, of course, if you want to say Radha reads a book in the library, you would say Radha library mein kitab padhti hai, like this. Radha library mein kitab padhti hai. How can you say Amit eats in the restaurant? The word for eat is kha. So how can you say this? Amit khata hai. And then you can say in the restaurant, so it's going to be restaurant may. Note that this is quite flexible. Hindi is quite flexible. You can put restaurant may here. Usually, this is the textbook way of writing restaurant may, but many times when we actually speak Hindi, because it's just coming off the top of your head, many times you'll just put restaurant may here. And this is actually quite convenient to put the restaurant at the end. And you'll see your conjugations and your speaking will be much faster if you use this slightly simpler method. Because even in English, we have Amit eats. So you've got Amit eats like this. And then you can say in the restaurant, like so at the end. Okay, it sounds more conversational, but again, the correct way to say this is, of course, here, restaurant may. Now you listen to one sentence of that I'm saying, Amit Hindi bolta hai office mein. Amit Hindi bolta hai office mein. So what would that mean? Amit Hindi bolta hai office may. This means Amit speaks Hindi in the office. Of course, you can say office may over here. Amit office may Hindi bolta hai. This is the most correct way to say this that you would use maybe in a formal meeting. But of course, you're very free to use Amit Hindi bolta hai office may as well. It's much easier, you'll notice, to say it this way. Moving on to the second preposition, which is pay. Now, the correct way to say on is par. But pay sounds more friendly. It sounds more conversational as well. You can definitely use par, but in our memorizers, we are using pay. So that means on top of something. So let's say you want to say above or on. So let's say you want to say terrace. You want to say on the terrace. And this would mean terrace pay or terrace par. Both of them would be fine. Now, the word for terrace, if you want, is chat. So you would say chat pe. That means on the terrace. Okay, let's try one sentence. Let's say Radha eats lunch on the terrace. So see how you can say this. Of course, the word for eat is kha. So Radha eats lunch on the terrace. So Radha lunch khati hai. And then you can put it over here. You can say terrace pe, or you can put it here as well. Terrace pe, like this over here. Radha lunch khati hai terrace pe. Okay, note that this is very similar to the questions that we've done. Radha kahan lunch khati hai? Where does she eat the lunch? Radha eats the lunch where? And you're just replacing this kahan with the word terrace pe. It's the answer for it. Note, this is a very important concept. Many times you will be confused with these two words. Kahan. Kahan means where. It also has a slight nasalization here, which most people are unable to hear at the start. Kahan, not kahan, it's kahan. And this one is ka, means eat. But when people speak fast, you might be confused with these words. It's very normal to get confused between these two words, ka and kahan. The next one is from. So that is say. Remember, this also will be, let's say you want to say from India, it becomes India from. So that means India say. This means from India. Okay, let's try to say a sentence here. Let's say you want to say Amit brings a book, and I'll give you a new verb now, la, which is bring. How can you say Amit brings a book from India? So you want to say Amit, yeah, try it. Amit kitab lata hai. And then you can put in from India here. The word for India is also important. Bharat. Bharat. And it's going to be Bharat se, like so. Amit in kitab lata hai Bharat se. Of course, the better way would be to put it here in terms of the grammar. In a textbook, you'll always see this way. But for conversations, it's much easier to put it at the end, like especially if you're an English speaker. Amit kitab lata hai Bharat se. Now you tried. How can you say, I bring a dosa from the store? And you can use all English words here if you like. The store word, if you want, is dukan. Dukan, that means store. But the more important part is, how can you say, I bring, main lati hu. That is for the ladies, main lati hu. And I bring the dosa, it becomes main dosa lati hu. For the gents, it's going to be main dosa lata hu. Okay, main dosa lati hu from the store. Easy. Dukan se. मैं dosa lati hu dukan se. Very nice. You're speaking some good Hindi now. मैं dukan se dosa lati hu is, of course, the textbook way of saying it, but you want to be very flexible with this preposition. It's very, very flexible. You can, in fact, even put it at the start. Dukan se main dosa lati hu. This would slightly emphasize that you're bringing it from the store and not from some other place, or you then make it yourself. So dukan se, you can, it's very, very flexible in Hindi to put the prepositional phrase dukan se anywhere, like from the store, anywhere. So main dosa lati hu dukan se. In our flashcards, of course, this is in the correct place over here. The final preposition, a very, very useful one, is with. Now note that we always have this K. Many times we have this K in front of prepositions. This K, you will notice later, very soon, has the meaning of. So what does this mean? Ke saath. You can think about this as the English form, in the company of. So even in English, we have this, something like this over here. Of course, this almost always means with. So with, you can use it as ke saath. Okay, let's try one sentence here. Let's say you want to say Radha ke saath. Radha ke saath. This means Radha with, or in other words, means with Radha. Now, this can be confusing sometimes for people. It means you're doing something with Radha, in the company of Radha. Okay, so Radha ke saath means with Radha. Now, let's try to make a full sentence here. Let's just use this Radha ke saath, and actually, you can try to make the sentence yourself. So let's say you want to say, Amit goes to Mumbai. Amit goes to Mumbai. So first of all, you want to try this. Amit Mumbai jata hai. Easy. And then you want to say with Radha. So of course, this becomes Mumbai jata hai with Radha. So this is with Radha here. So you will get Radha ke saath. Amit Mumbai jata hai Radha ke saath. Note how I put the Radha ke saath over here. You can of course move it and put it here. Amit Radha ke saath Mumbai jata hai. Okay, of course, this is Mumbai here. Amit Radha ke saath Mumbai jata hai. That means Amit goes to Mumbai with Radha. This is precisely the reason why I was saying you want to put Radha ke saath over here. It's much easier for you to understand it. But of course, this is the more textbook way of saying it. You can even put Radha ke saath in the front of the sentence here. Radha ke saath Amit Mumbai jata hai. That means you're emphasizing that it's Radha with whom Amit is going to Mumbai. Okay, so Radha Amit ke saath. Radha ke saath, sorry, Amit Mumbai jata hai. Soon, we are going to see many, many sentences with this K at the start of a preposition. And in fact, we're going to call them K prepositions. So with, for, near, towards, all of these. In fact, most of the prepositions in Hindi are going to have this K. So be mindful of that. But the other three prepositions that we did are also useful. Now, let's try to do some parts of the day as well, because those are also kind of important in helping us understand what we're going to do. So let's try it this way. Amit kab lunch khata hai. Note that we've done this kab word. This kab means when. You want to refer to the video before this where we covered all the 6 important words, the question words. Kab means when. So Amit eats the lunch. Note that Kha means eat, very important word. Amit kab lunch khata hai means when does Amit leave the lunch? Okay, now the word kab will be replaced with many other things. So let's look at the most important and fun one, and that is at a particular point in time. So let's say not even chart, let's say 4 baje. 4 baje means at 4 o'clock. So this means 4 o'clock. Of course, we've covered this in extreme detail. How do you understand this word in another video, and you can check it. But for now, let's just understand baje means o'clock. And of course, the Hindi word for 4 is char. So Amit 4 baje lunch khata hai. Hindi is much logical this way. So you will just say Amit kab lunch khata hai. Amit 4 baje lunch khata hai. You always replace the question word with the answer. Amit 4 baje lunch khata hai. Okay, that's a little bit late for lunch, but in any case, you've got 4 baje lunch khata hai. Maybe you want to try if the word for 10 is thus. How can you say Amit eats dinner at 10 o'clock? So if you want to write it down in the comments, you can try it. Amit eats dinner at 10 o'clock. So it's the same idea, but you want to say it this way. Amit 10 baje dinner khata hai. Okay, but I think it's nice that you can practice it, type it down, and it'll be very helpful for you. Okay, let's try the next one. So all of these cup forms, when you can answer with time, and that's the first one. So let's say you have 10 baje means at 10 o'clock, etc. 2 baje, 10 baje, 4 baje. Of course, you need to know the numbers, and of course, you want to check the video which has numbers in it as well on this playlist. Okay, so 10 baje means at 10 o'clock. Now, the next one, also a part of the day, is using times of the day. So we have 4 days. So we have 4 parts of the day. Subha means morning. Okay, subha means morning. So if you want to say in the morning, at the morning, etc., you will use subha ko. Subha ko. There are other ways to say this, but this is the most standard way of saying it. So of course, Amit kab lunch khata hai. We're gonna replace this with, or we can even say Amit kab khata hai. When does Amit eat? In the morning. So Amit subha ko khata hai. So this would mean subha ko khata hai, like so. That means Amit eats in the morning. Amit subha ko khata hai. Okay, note the word subha means morning and subha ko means in the morning. So this is another important preposition that you will use. Ko. Ko is one of the most important prepositions. We will cover this in more detail. You'll encounter a session in the coming videos which has a full detail of how to use ko. But for now, one of the secondary uses of ko is in the morning. Now that you know how to use ko, the others are easy. You can use dopahar. Dopahar means afternoon. Okay, so you can say Amit eats the lunch when? He eats it in the afternoon. So you can say, you don't even have to say the full sentence. You can just say dopahar ko, in the afternoon. Okay, in the afternoon, dopahar. Note the word do means 2. So it's like the second part of the day. Dopahar, easy to remember this one. The third one is sham, and that is evening. It's the same way you can say Amit eats lunch in the evening. Same idea. Amit sham ko lunch khata hai. All right. Now a quiz for you, a quick one. How can you say Amit goes to the park? Amit park jata hai. Or Amit garden jata hai, as we say in Hindi. Or udyan is another word in Hindi for park, but we could just use park. Amit park jata hai. And then how can you say in the evening? So see how can try it. How can you say it? Remember, in this case is a very specific word, and that is sham ko. Amit sham ko par jata hai. So this is how you'll say this, Amit sham ko. Note that the ko means in, but it's the time. It's like at the time of the evening. So that's how you say Amit sham ko par jata hai. Or you can just say sham ko. And the last word is raat, and that is night. So we've got night, which is raat ko. So you can say Amit raat ko par jata hai. So that means he goes to the park in the night. Okay, now let's do some listening practice. Okay, so what would this sentence mean? Garden mein. Garden mein. Next one. India se. India se. Next one. Radha ke saath. Radha ke saath. Next one. Table pe. Table pe. So comment your answers. I think this is a really good practice that you listen to it and then post the answers. Okay, now the final one. What would this mean? Anita kahan hai? This is just practice from the last time. Anita kahan hai means Anita is where. We've done this before, so check the video if you haven't seen this, or post in the comments and then I will reply to you where it is. Anita kahan hai? Anita is where? And then the answer is Anita car mein hai. You see how we replace this kaha with the car mein. Car is English word car. Of course, you can use English word gadi. Gadi, note I've put this uppercase because it's a harder D here. Gadi mein hai. Okay, Anita is in the car. Anita is in the car. Okay, Anita building mein hai. You can put building mein hai like this, etc. Okay, one more. Class kab hai? So class kab hai. Kab is the question word, when, and that class kab hai? Class 3 baje hai. What would this mean? Class 3 baje hai. You can try one more as well. How can you say the class is in the morning? You can say class subah ko hai. Class subah ko hai. That means in the morning. Okay. Great. So we've done all of these prepositions and I think you know them well. So keep practicing and answer the questions and then post them in the comments. Next time we should look at plurals. So that's the next level of understanding how we are going to work on these ideas. So that's coming up. Check out the video and I will talk to you soon.